What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. You're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of What Sold Fast. And I just looked, and today is the 38th episode of What Sold Fast on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I cannot even believe it. So I've been doing this now apparently for 38 weeks, and I'm really happy with doing this series because not only do I feel like it gives you guys some good information, it really helps me kind of take stock of everything that happened throughout the week. And sometimes when I put my little headline slide here together, I'm kind of like, oh, it wasn't such a good week. And then sometimes I put it together, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to tell them all the cool stuff that happened. So it was an interesting week, and that's why I'm calling it roller coaster sales today, because I thought last week I had kind of hit my stride with things going back in the right direction, and then this was an abysmal week with sales under $1,000. But the great news and silver lining here is that everything that I'm going to show you today as far as what sold fast sold in less than 1 week. So I don't know how many there are of this, 10 or 11, something like that. 10 or 11 sales that sold in less than a week compared to the overall week that I had of the amount of items that I sold, which is down. I think that's actually really good. So you always got to look for the silver lining. Let's jump into it so I can show you the items that sold in less than 2 weeks, which is really the items that sold in less than 1 week, and the items that sold for over $30. So first up is this White House Black Market strapless striped culotte jumpsuit. It was so pretty, and even though it was White House Black Market, and I'm pretty sure it might have even been the older tag, I still picked it up because I just thought it was really pretty and I knew that somebody would want it. It was kind of difficult to take pictures of, so I'm really happy that my virtual assistant was able to find a stock photo, and it didn't go for much, but it's definitely profitable and a quick seller. It sold in 6 days of being listed on Poshmark. I think I had it up for 29 or 24, and they did an offer for 20, and that is fine with me. Next up is so you guys know that I love selling Disney princess costumes, and the only ones that I put online are the authentic Disney parks, which are the ones that have the tag that look like this. For those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you're probably sick of me saying it, but this is the tag that you're looking for as far as it being an authentic original Disney parks. The tags may look a little different probably over time, but it's got to say parks, it's got to say authentic. So these are the ones that I sell online, and I usually say that they can go anywhere from $20, $25 to about $30. This one I did take an offer for $18 because it was such a bad sales week, and because I actually have 2 of them in this size listed right now, and the other one had been sitting for a while, and this was the newly listed one, which is kind of odd. So I took a little bit of a lower offer on it just because I do have multiples and don't want things sitting. So that was $18 on Poshmark, and that also sold in 6 days of being listed. And actually, some of these people, now that I'm seeing these here, they have them listed for less or more or whatever. It's very interesting. I actually should do some comps and see. All I know is that, in the last 3 years that I've been selling them, I've been getting them, sold in between the $25 to $30 range. So I'm surprised on that. Next up is a Mercury Sale. This is an altered state, and it's like a cow or bull skull bomber jacket. And let's see the crazy hashtags that my VA have put. If you've seen some of these videos in the past, you'll know that my virtual assistant puts the weirdest hashtags on these items, and I'm not even going to tell her to stop because it's just very entertaining, and I actually don't even look at them until now when I do these videos. So let's see, hashtag bomberjack, hashtag art rent, which should probably be like art print maybe, and hashtag flower fest. Okay, those aren't too crazy, but they also aren't exactly what I would be putting. But like I say, I don't know how much those hashtags really do, so she puts them. Maybe it makes her happy. I don't know. But anyway, this sold for $33 with free shipping. And I'm pretty sure that was a full price sale, because what I've been doing is whatever it's listed for on Poshmark, and I probably had it up for $29 on Poshmark, I tell her to add $4 to Mercari just to kind of help it offset, because I do only do free shipping on Mercari. So it was a free shipping item. And like for a first class, that pretty much helps cover the entire shipping. For the most part. But with the ones that are padded flat rate, I'm only adding $4, even though a padded flat rate is like $7.55 or whatever. So Yeah, so I think that's still pretty good for that. And that was Mercari, and that sold in 5 days of being listed. Next up is a Not Your Daughter's Jeans, a Maryland dark enzyme wash in a size 12. I love selling Not Your Daughter's Jeans, NYDJ. It's a great brand, great seller, obviously in the bigger sizes because it is like a lift, tuck technology, all that kind of thing, like a slimming look. And so for the most part, you're going to be speaking to someone, I would say size 10 and up would probably be the lowest size I would do on it. I've been burned in the past by picking up lower number sizes and they just don't sell. So this was up for $29. And this week, because sales were so abysmal, I instructed my VA who sends my offers to likers out for me every night at about 7 p.m. Normally she sends out an offer of 30% off. In an offer to liker, so that also includes a shipping discount. This week I trained her on how to bundle offers, or I'm sorry, send bundle offers from likes. So basically taking the like, bundling it, with the extra step, and then going ahead and sending an offer on the bundle. That way we didn't have to do the shipping discount and the person still gets an offer. And so we were doing a 50% off sale. And I'm just trying to test different strategies and tactics out with offers to likers, taking likes and bundling them and sending an offer, sending comments with bundles. Like I'm just trying a lot of different things right now. And I'm also training my VA on how to do it so that I don't have to sit there and do it for every single thing because it is time consuming. And I like for them to go out in the evening time, and that's prime time for me to deal with bath time for Gio, bedtime for Gio, relaxing time for me to just chill out a little bit finally at the end of the day, because as you know, my days get started pretty early, 4:30, 5 a.m. I get up every day. So back to the Not Your Daughter's Jeans. These were up for $29. She bundled it, sent an offer for $15. Of course, they sold right away for $15 because that's a great deal, and that's why I have to really work on this strategy, because some things I don't want to get that kind of offer. Like I would have definitely held out for more on this. Even though I wanted sales, I knew this would eventually sell. And that's what I have to figure out. And working with my VA, how can I train her to send it on some stuff and not on other stuff? Usually I use price as a criteria builder to say if it's under $15, you don't send anything. If it's 15 or over, you send it. So in this case, she did everything right, except for the fact that I am kind of like, oh, $15 for Not Your Daughter's Jeans, darn it. But I got a sale. They sold quickly. They sold in 4 days of being listed, and the customer got a great deal. And it's still a profit, so no one really loses here, just some more potential profit. So something to think about. Next up is this New with Tags Jennifer Lopez mid-rise skinny jeans. And here's one of those things where when I'm shopping at the bins, you find New with Tags items, and you find New with Tags items that are less than desirable on the most part, like a Kohl's brand, like Jennifer Lopez, or Sonoma, Croft and Barrow, like all of those kind where I'm just like, oh, it's brand new, somebody wants it, they can still get a good deal, but do I really want to go through all of my effort and sticking it in my closet? Because now I'm doing all the photography myself, and so I kind of want to be a little more picky choosy. Because if I'm going to take the same amount of photos and give it to my VA to do the listing, and it's holding a spot in my closet and being shared and all of these things, I'd like to get a little more for it than I feel like I would get, on let's say like a $10 item. At the same time, people want this and they want to buy it and they want $10 items, and why shouldn't I take the profit and run? So I go back and forth on it. I don't have a definitive answer. You have to do what's right for you, and I experiment with different things. This is usually an item that I would take to like a buy-sell store, like a Style Encore, and try to flip it there for a small amount of quick profit. That way I don't have to go through the whole process of taking photos, packing it up, storing it in the storage unit, having it be shared, having my VA list it. I can just get a couple bucks straight up from them. So I am also, though, trying to not go there as much because it is time consuming. I go to 3 places, 2 Style Encores, 1 Once Upon a Child. I usually can knock it out in about 3 to 4 hours while Gio is at school, but you have to get there right in the beginning of the day before the line gets too long for them to go through your buys. And it's still 3 or 4 hours that I'm out of the house, that I'm not taking photos, that I'm not working on my business. I'm just going and selling stuff, and usually I walk away with a few $100s, and it is worth it, but I also want to start valuing my time a little bit more, not because, oh, my time is so valuable, but I mean, it is, but more so of being more strategic with my time and not placing a high value on it, but saying, I could do this or I can do this. Where is going to get me farther? And so that's what I'm trying to look at as well. Anyway, that was a long tangent, but those sold in 3 days of being listed. I had them up for 15. They were a retail value of 50. They sold for 10. I bought them at the bins. They were super light, so they basically cost me $1.39 or less. So I'm cool with that because it was super fast. Anyway, next up is a Mercury Sale. This was one of those weird ones. Because I do lots, because I purchase in bulk in certain ways, I get a lot of things that just come to me. And once it's on my lap, on my doorstep, I find it hard to say, let me just donate it and get rid of it. I feel like I want to get something for it, because if you bought it in a lot, you paid for it. Even though you could take out all of the junk and then do your cost of goods after that, which I may try to do in the future because I just get stuck with so much stuff. But lo and behold, here's one of those things where I'm like, ugh, what am I going to do with this? It says Iron Man on it. Is somebody really going to buy an Iron Man hoodie? I don't know this brand too much, but anyway, I had it up for 19 on Poshmark. It went up for 23 on Mercari because of the added amount for free shipping. Got an offer for 20. That sold in 2 days of being listed. Who knew? So, okay, fine. That was great. This one is El General or El General if you're going to, put a little twist on it. And it's an embroidered button-down shirt, a Western cowboy type thing. Because it sold so quickly and because it sold for full price, I did not look it up. I did not check comps. I'm like, maybe I should have checked to see if this is worth more than it is. I don't know. But anyway, the person got a good deal. I still haven't checked the comps on it. If you want to check the comps and see if I made a giant mistake, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate it. Sometimes it is what it is. So I had it up for 29. It sold for full price from some guy. And it sold in 1 day of being listed on Poshmark. And I am cool with that. Got it at the bins. Next up is this fringed tie-dyed, it says ripped open, that's my VA. And she put it as a cover-up tee, but really, basically, if you know the brand of shirts where you can like do stuff with them yourself, Gildan, so you could just buy like plain old Gildan shirts, or when you go and get like shirts for your team made, Gildan is a brand. So it's just a basic shirt, but someone did a great tie-dye job on it. I mean, look at that. It's so beautiful and perfect. And then they ripped open, or not ripped open, but they cut open down the seam, down the center, not the seam, down the center, and fringed the bottom and made it like a cool hippie thing. And so it could be a beach cover-up. It could be considered like a kimono. I added that upcycled kimono. I put boho hippie. Just a really cool upcycled piece, I thought, and it just kind of really got me thinking, because I would love to just have an upcycled store. I think that would be so fun, and just make fun things and put them up and people would buy it, and I love that. So I sold this. Since then, I've kind of been on the hunt for other really good tie-dye jobs. So if I'm at the bins and I see a shirt that is a really good tie-dye job, I'm gonna keep it off to the side, and when I get maybe 5 or so of them, I may try my hand at doing this myself. I didn't do this piece. I didn't cut it. I didn't fringe it, but I'm going to try. I think I can do it. So I don't think it's that hard. So I think it's just a matter of having the right size and the right shirt with the right kind of tie-dye pattern to make it a look. And I'm not the person that would be wearing this at all, but I get the style of it and I love it. And if I can make a few of them, I think that would be really cool. So I had it up for $29. And I got the offer for 20, and I was like, you know what? I may not find another person that is going to value this. Somebody really quickly valued it at $20. I bought it at the bins. I did not do the upcycle work, so that's a great quick flip. This was a 1-day sale on Poshmark, and it's those kind of hits that make it worthwhile taking chances sometimes, because trust your gut. Like, if you feel like somebody's going to want this, it's happened with this. It's happened with a few upcycled pieces for me in the past. And it's also happened with some vintage items where I don't know enough about it. It could be a hit. It could be a miss. But when it's a hit, it's good. And when it's a miss, you just get rid of it. When you're buying at the bins, you have the ability to take that risk, and I think that that was a good risk, and I'm happy with that sale. And who knows, it makes you, turn it into a thing where you do it more than once and can replicate that process, and then it turns into even more money than the initial sale. So there's that. This is the next one. It is a Forever 21 striped puffer jacket, kind of like a rainbow type thing, a little retro vibe here. And it's Forever 21, so you're not going to get a lot for it. This came in an airport lost luggage lot, and so it came to me. I did not go and hand pick it. I did not go and choose it. It came to me in the lot as sight unseen, and so I decided to keep it and make the most of it rather than just straight up donating it. So selling it for $15 with free shipping on Mercari is fine with me. It's still a profit and it's cool. I don't make a lot, but it's cool. And that sold in 0 days of being listed. Same day, and I had it up for 19 with free shipping because I had it on for 15 on Poshmark. $4 more is 19 on Mercari. They gave me an offer of 15, which is fine, which is why I like doing that add $4 because it kind of lands where I want it to with the shipping being covered, if that makes sense. Like I put it on Poshmark for 15. That's kind of what I wanted to get for it. On Poshmark, I don't pay for shipping. So when I put on Mercari and I add 4, but still land at 15, it's as if I sold it on Poshmark for 15. So I got what I wanted out of it instead of $4 even less, if that makes sense. So that was a great sale. Fine. Next up is, not surprising, Vineyard Vines, but a kid's item, just like a long sleeve striped tee. And I could have kept this for Geo, but the fact that it's like still a few sizes away, do I really want to keep it, or could I sell it? I figured I would sell it okay. And so we're not super preppy. Like it'd be nice for him to have something like that, and I'm sure he'd look really cute in it, but whatever. So I'm sure between now and the time he would fit in this, I'll find another one. So this is just a boy's partial zip striped tee, and it was nice and thick and good quality, but it did have a little like pinhole right here at the top, so I did disclose that in the listing, and I had it up for, I guess, 19 on Poshmark, 23 on Mercari with free shipping. She made me an offer of $18 the very same day, like within a few hours, and I took it. Because kids stuff right now for me, I'm only picking up very specific things. I don't even really know what my rules are. It's like, you know it when you see it kind of thing. And I just want my kids' stuff to move because I'm so sick of sitting on kids' stuff. So I'm being very selective, and if I'm getting a decent offer on her, I'm going with it. So those are all the quick sales. And again, they all sold in less than a week. Super happy with that. Let's go over the general numbers, and then we'll go over the $30 sales. Come on. Okay. So let's do the general numbers over here first. So we've got 10 items that sold in less than 2 weeks, which I already said, all sold in less than 1 week. 5 additional items sold in less than a month. 3 additional items sold in less than 2 months. 5 items sold from 2 to 6 months. 9 items sold 6 months plus. I think that's a great breakdown. Wish it was just, an increased volume, but I think all of that is good, and I'm happy there. I had 2 items that sold for over $30. I'll show that in a sec. So a total of 42 items selling in my main Mom Roar Boutique Poshmark closet for a total of $710 in sales. Not great, people. The roller coaster continues. I've actually kind of felt like in watching other YouTube videos of other sellers, the vibe is out there that sales have been kind of a little wonky. So hopefully we'll all get on track here real soon. I'm just going to keep my head down. I'm not going to complain about it and just focus on what I can do. Also, I will say, my attention has been a little all over the place. I've really been contemplating a number of different strategies and different things, and I will be making some changes. I'll be sharing those soon. I'm excited about all of them, and I think you will be too. And some of it has to do with the next thing, which is Poshmark Closet number 2, which is my, secret project. Information will be coming out about that soon. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to roll it out, but I will be sharing some things. So I sold 4 items there for $102 in sales, and that was just fine. I really did not. The reason why that is down, and I can specifically tell you, is because I put a lot of hand-to-hand combat effort into that closet. And so when I was doing it to test out the concept and to test out strategies and tactics and things, it went really well, but it required a lot for me to make that happen. This week, I kind of pulled back to see what would happen. Would I still get sales, or was I really influencing them, really making them happen? And so if I don't do anything, then nothing happens. And here you can see I only had the couple of sales. So it's fine. It's all in like experimentation mode. So now here we have our first blank on eBay. So if you have been watching, you will know that I listed my last item on eBay on December 1st. I had sales every week since then up until this week. And technically I did have a sale there, but what's really funny is that I had the sale on eBay, then I had an offer on Poshmark for the same exact item within like an hour of each other. And the username was almost identical. It had the same first name in there. And so I was like, okay, this is clearly the same person. I wonder why they decided to switch. And it's probably because the shipping was cheaper on Poshmark than it was on eBay. And so, because I charge for shipping on eBay, or I have been. And so I decided to take the Poshmark offer and cancel the eBay sale, which is like, but I actually made out more money. And I don't know why that person did that, because I still think that they would have made out cheaper with the eBay sale, but for some reason they probably thought in their head that the shipping was cheaper on Poshmark, or maybe they had funds in Poshmark and then they're not really spending any money, whereas eBay would have to come out of their PayPal. Like, I don't know what their reasoning was. But anyway, I accepted the Poshmark offer. I canceled the eBay sale. Everything went through, so I was very happy with that. So I technically did have an eBay sale, but it's showing a 0 because it's a cancel. So that's the first time that happened. So I still have a basic store on eBay. I have like 200 something listings on eBay. I have not done anything with it. It's completely on the back burner. I am happy with that. It's nice to not have to think and deal with it. And so I'm just going to kind of keep it off to the side for a little while, because I've got a lot of other things mentally taking up my energy that I will be sharing soon. And so I need to focus there. We'll deal with eBay another day. Next up, Mercari. I actually had 5 items sell on Mercari, which is kind of back on track from what it used to be. And $110 in sales on there, so I'm totally fine with that. I just really wish I could break through with Mercari. I haven't put a lot of time and effort into it, and I keep saying I will, but I haven't. I just really haven't identified what can jump me out of this level. Like, it just seems like, based on the amount of listings that I put up there, and by me I mean my VA, I'm always in this 5 to 6. I think the most I've ever sold in a week is 12, and that's like 2 a day, so it's just, I'm just in a box in Mercari. Anyway, total items, 51 items sold, $922 in sales. Bad for me, in my opinion, and not where I want them to be. And then 1808 as a gross ASP. It is what it is. And so the 2 items that sold for over $30 were not quick sellers. These have been sitting. So this is a Ted Baker dress, and this I bought at Goodwill Retail. I remember, because I was like, oh, should I get it or shouldn't I? Because dresses at my Goodwill Retail are $7.49. And even though it's Ted Baker, I still am like, should I get it? Like, I just don't want to spend $7.49 on anything. So, but I did, and so it finally sold. This has been up since August of 2019, so a good while. And I had it for way higher, and maybe that was my problem. And so it sold for $50, and it might have even been $50 with free shipping. I think it was an offer to likers, but it's gone. It's profitable. It's fine. Next up is a retail arbitrage item that I purchased at a TJ Maxx, and it was one of those, with the red or the yellow tag and whatever, and I get all kooky, and this is why I should never go to TJ Maxx, because I buy these things thinking it's going to be so great, and it just never is. Like, I have just not had success with TJ Maxx retail arbitrage. Just terrible success. However, when I've purchased from Kohl's clearance online retail arbitrage, that has worked out swimmingly. So you just never know. I cannot rely on my picking skills. I really can't. I just make poor decisions sometimes. I get lured in by the new tags, and it was okay. The story with this is that it was new with tags. Obviously, it was at TJ Maxx. Kate Spade. And when I bought it, let's see when I listed it. It was listed in February of 2019. And it is a spring. On the tag, it says spring of 2019. So I'm thinking, hello, I'm buying this before it's even spring. This is the spring line. It's current. It's new. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Someone is going to want this bathing suit because it's going to be current, on trend. That's what these people are going to want. No. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it for almost a year. Nobody wanted it. For the whole summer it sat. Like, what is going on here? It's cute. It's so cute. So I don't know. There was nothing wrong with it. There were no flaws. Like, son of a nutcracker. It got 15 likes. I sent out offers on it. Terrible. This is why I suck at stuff like this. So anyway, I don't even remember how much I spent on it, but I paid up. And I'm like, it's a $160 bathing suit. Clearly, I'm going to get $50 to $80 for it. Clearly. It's the spring, like it was the year. No. I got a year later $30 and I took it and ran because I think that was the only offer I ever got on it. So, want, big time. Can't win them all, right? But that's okay with me. That's what sold this week. That's what I have going on. If you had a roller coaster week, I wish you a better week this week. I would love it if you would like this video on the way out. Leave me a comment and let me know how things are going. And if you haven't subscribed to this video, please do so now. Just click that button. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.